So, President Trump back in the White House as of January 20th this year. Well, he's been squaring up to Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky, and he's got a lot of gripes, longer than a bank holiday queue at Heathrow. So, let's unpack why Trump can't stand Zelensky, because when the man's got a bone to pick, it's loud, it's brash, and it's totally unmissable. Hello, I'm Alex Armstrong, and this is GBN Originals. Let's kick off with 2019. Ancient history, sure, but it's all where this started. So picture this. Trump's on the phone with Zelensky, the fresh-faced Ukrainian president. At the time, he says, "Listen, mate, do me a solid. Dish up the dirt on Joe Biden and his lad, Hunter Biden." And Trump reckoned Hunter's cushy gig on the board of a Ukrainian energy company, raking in millions, by the way, while Sleepy Joe was VP, well, he thought it stank of corruption. Well, fair play, you might think. Rooting out dodgy dealings is classic Trump, isn't it? But Zelensky, well, he didn't quite bite, did he? He didn't deliver the goods for Trump. And next thing you know, the Democrats twist that call into an impeachment circus, accusing Trump of rigging the 2020 election with foreign help. Well, Trump seems convinced Zelensky hung him out to dry, maybe even colluded with the Democrats to stitch him up. Well, that is personal, folks. That's very personal. And Trump does not forget a slight, does he? And that's when Zelensky got his name etched in Donald's Black Book, in my opinion. Now, fast forward to today, 2025. Trump is back in charge. Well, nobody saw that coming, did they? And he is raging about cash. That is America's cash that has been shoveled into Ukraine like it's going out of fashion. Over 170 billion or so dollars, Trump claims. And he's spitting feathers that half of it has vanished. Half. It's quite a lot.
Using the internet without a VPN, a virtual private network, is a bit like taking to the road without car insurance. All it takes is one unlucky moment to cost you a lot of cash. This video's sponsor is Private Internet Access. They are the VPN to help keep you safe. Click the link in the description below to find out why over 30 million people have downloaded PIA to protect themselves online. A virtual private network is an app that hides your IP address and helps keep your data private. When you're browsing the internet at home, you give up a large amount of data to businesses, to shops, and indeed to social media giants too. Hackers have the ability to steal your personal data with ease, including sensitive information such as passwords, keystrokes, and even your personal photos. Private Internet Access helps protect your personal data by encrypting your internet connection to keep your data out of the hands of cyber criminals. And it's not just hackers either to be concerned about. Information can be censored too. When Canada passed their C-18 bill, social media giants decided to ban news content on their platforms. But PIA can protect your ability to consume the news and content you love. Private Internet Access is available for Windows users, Mac OS, Android, Linux, iOS, and you can use one PIA subscription to protect an unlimited amount of devices. And we've got a huge GB News discount for you too. Click the link in this video's description and you'll get a massive 83% off PIA. That's under £2 a month, the price of a coffee, and you'll get an extra 4 months completely free on top. Also, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee too. Visit piavpn.com/GB News to start protecting yourself digitally today.
Well, all right, he might be laying on a little bit thick, and Trump's never met a number he won't juice up, that's true too, but there's never smoke without fire, is there? Now, the Pentagon's own auditors admitted last year that they've lost track of over $1 billion worth of military gear. Guns, rockets, night vision equipment, nearly 40,000 weapons gone walkies. Where's it at? Who's nicked it? Is it greasing the palms of Kiev or flogged on the dark web or something more sinister? Well, Ukraine's corruption rap sheet isn't exactly spotless. Transparency International has been waving red flags on Ukraine for years. Well, Trump, ever the businessman, sees this as a slap in the face. And of course, he's cracking down on American taxpayer cash. You've seen that with Doge as well. He sees this as American taxpayer cash being spunked up the wall, and Zelensky letting it out like a sieve. And not just that, it's mismanagement, and in Trump's eyes, that is betrayal of America. And do not get Trump started on the war. Well, Trump's got some corkers on this one. Just this month, February 2025, he's branded Zelensky a dictator without elections. Well, why is he saying that? Now, he's saying Ukraine's skipped voting since Russia's invasion, all thanks to martial law. Well, fair enough, you might say. Wars, chaos, democracies on ice. That's pretty normal. We did that here in World War II, of course. But not to Trump. He's apoplectic, calling Zelensky a tin pot tyrant. Then he drops this bombshell. He claims Ukraine started the war with Russia. I mean, come off it. That is pure Kremlin spin. Sorry, I love Trump, but that is nonsense. We all know Russia rolled in with tanks in 2022, yet Trump's pinning it on Kiev. That is wrong. It's mental. It just shows how deep this grudge runs, in my opinion. He's so sick of Zelensky, he's parroting what Putin is saying. And I think that's gone too far. But Trump's been at this for years, mind you. Even last September, they had a little civil chinwag. All smiles, no drama. But now, he's slamming Zelensky as a modestly successful comedian who's tricked America into coughing up $350 billion for an unwinnable war. I do agree with that. Nobody can win this war. But it's a bit of a stretch. Officials say that the tally is 174 billion, and you get the drift. Trump sees Zelensky as a grifter, a slick talker who's milked Uncle Sam dry. And with the war dragging on 3 years now, Russia still slugging away, Trump's asking, what is the point? Why is my America bankrolling this? Of course, the mainstream media are now calling out Trump's Russian propaganda, or that's what they call it. Some of you might think Trump, Mr. American First, wouldn't touch something that could be conflated as pro-Kremlin talking points, but he seems so steamed at Zelensky that he's gone there. Now, you may make the argument, of course, that this isn't Russian talking points. And, in spite of that, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, some would argue. Maybe it's that lingering bitterness from 2019, that phone call, thinking Zelensky sided with the Democrats to shaft him. Interesting. Either way, it's a jaw-dropper. The bloke who loves winning accidentally boosted a little bit of Moscow's line. Not a great look for Trump, whatever you think. So what's the score? Trump hates Zelensky because he feels stabbed in the back over that phone call, the missing billions, and the mess in the war. The 2019 snub kicked it off. The untracked cash over $1 billion, Pentagon says, pours fuel on the fire, of course, and Zelensky's dictator act, as Trump sees it, seals the deal. He's looking at a guy who didn't deliver, lost American money, and maybe even played footsie with his enemies stateside. Well, Trump doesn't do forgiveness. Cross him and you're toast. And Trump has got some good points. Why should Americans' money go missing without a trace? Well, that all being said, let's remember the famous Little Rocket Man speech, a spat he publicly had with Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea. Well, that ended, of course, with Trump becoming the first president to step foot in North Korea ever. So we know Trump does have a habit of making these big hoo-has and then putting his personal feelings aside every now and then. All right, but what does this all mean for us? Well, Trump's in the White House now, folks. That's January 2025. He took over. But Western unity is wobbling, isn't it? And Britain's been chucking billions at Ukraine as well. That's 12 billion ourselves. We've got skin in this game. Well, should we be asking the same question as Trump? Where is our money going? Is it vanishing too? I'm not saying by any means to ditch Kiev. I'm a big supporter of making sure Ukraine wins in the end. But let's not be mugs. War or no war, accountability is not optional. Trump versus Zelensky, well, it's a blockbuster blow up. What do you reckon? Is Trump bang on to call out Zelensky, or is he just playing clever politics and business in his usual Trump fashion? Thank you for watching.